Good evening. In today's video, we shall be looking at another set of functions. So the question says, for the function f of x is equal to 2x minus 6 over 4 and g of x is equals to x plus 1 over 3, find f inverse of x. Now, to find f inverse of x, all we have to do is to write a statement which says let y be equal to f of x. Next, we can then start substituting. We'll have our y is equal to, we'll remove f of x and then we'll put its function. So the function for f of x is that one. So where there's f of x, I'll go ahead and put 2x minus 6 over 4. Next, since this is a fraction, we also have to make that one a fraction. After that, we can cross multiply. So 1 multiplied by 2x gives us a 2x. Minus 1 multiplied by 6 is a 6, equal to 4 times y gives us a 4y. After this, we can now try to shift negative 6 to that other side so that we have x on the left hand side on its own. So we have 2x is equal to 4y plus 6. To make x subject to the formula, we then have to divide both sides by 2. After having done that, we can get rid of the 2's, and therefore we'll see our x will be 4y plus 6. Therefore, we can now bring back this as f of x inverse. So I'll say f of x inverse is equal to, where there's y, I'll then replace with an x. So we'll have 4x plus 6 over 2. So this is the function for f of x. In the next question, we are asked to find g of x of inverse, or inverse of g of x. So to find inverse of g of x, like I did before, I'll proceed and I'll work out the inverse for g using the function of g. The function of g in this case is x plus 1 over 3. Therefore, I'll say let y as well, let y be equal to g of x. Then we can say y is equal to, what is our g of x? Our g of x is right there. G of x is x plus 1 over 3. Next, like we did before, when we have a fraction on one side, we make the other one a fraction as well. And then we can cross multiply every time we have equals on the middle. So 1 times x gives us x, plus 1 times 1, it's a 1, is equal to 3 times y gives us a 3y. After that, to make x subject to the formula, we can have positive 1 going to the other side of the equation, meaning that we have x is equal to 3y minus 1. That is our subject to the formula as x. To write g of x inverse, we then say g inverse of x is equal to 3, where there's y, I will also replace it with x minus 1. And then we're done. For the last question, they're asking us to find fg of 3. To find fg of 3, all we need to do is to get the function g to go into the function f. This is what we call composite functions. So having g to go inside f can simply be solved by, we need to know that for us to calculate the function of g of f, we first have to write the function of f. What is a function for f? Function f is 2x minus 6 over 4. Therefore, fg of x will be, where there is x in function f, we'll go ahead and substitute with the function g. Wherever there is x here, I'll replace it with the function g, because we're trying to find g of f. Okay, so I'll have a 2, open bracket, where there is x, I'm putting the function x plus 1 over 3, and then I'll now continue with f function, which is negative 6 over 4. Next, we can now say fg of x is equal to, we can multiply there, and then we'll get 2x plus 1 over 3 minus 6 divided by 4. Okay, next we can now say fg of x is equal to, this one can be worked on by saying 2x plus 1 over 3 minus 6 over 1 will be divided by 4. So therefore we say fg of x will be, what is the common denominator here? It is 3. 3 into 3, it's 1. 1 multiplied by 2x plus 1 was to give us 2x plus 1 minus 1 into 3, it's a 3. 3 times 6, that's 18. So fg of x is equal to 2x. What is 1 minus 18? It's negative 17 over 3. Now, every time we're dividing, we can reciprocate that. We can change that sign to multiplication. And therefore, we'll also write the reciprocal of 4. Since it's like that, when we change the sign to multiplication, the denominator becomes the numerator and the numerator becomes the denominator, meaning I'll write this as 1 over 4. So therefore, fg of x is equal to 2x minus 17 over, we'll multiply down there, that gives us a 12. And we can finally conclude this because in the original question they're asking us to find fg of 3. So at this level, wherever there is x, I'll remove it, I'll replace it with a 3. Meaning that we can now say fg of 3 is equal to 2, where there's x, I'm putting a 3 minus 17 over 12. And we can continue this side by saying fg over 3 is equal to 2 times 3 is a 6. So we have 6 minus 17 over 12. So fg of 3 is equal to 6 minus 17, we get 11 over 12. And that's the answer. Thank you.